feeling nervous, but when you feel nervous, you gotta just hit record and see what happens, see what comes out of my mouth. So I am no longer in Shenzhen. I am now in Qingdao, and I believe this is going to be vlog number 25, which is a big milestone. It's been almost 2 months now since I started vlogging, and my first vlog started in China and in Shenzhen. But you know, I've been learning a lot of really important lessons, and one of those lessons is it's okay if my videos get no views. And that might even be the most important lesson. The chances are, if you're here watching me right now, you found me through my most popular video as of this recording, which got around 3,300 views. It was my first vlog in Malaysia, and I think, you know, that the excitement from the success of that vlog was definitely very high. It felt amazing that people were watching my video, and you know, there was a lot of comments, a lot of connection going on, a lot of people resonating and being really nice and kind, and it was great to break a lot of the misconceptions and the anxieties about what my mind thought would happen. But it was a very important focal point, and I had a big decision to make, which was, how do I say this? The other thing is, it's been almost like a week now, and I haven't vlogged very much. And something about being here in Qingdao, which is the northern part of China, makes it a little more tough, or it makes my anxieties a little worse, because there's like social interaction is a little harder because the dialect is different, and it's just generally a little more tough to understand people and for people to understand me, and it just kind of ups the pressure a bit. And so as I'm walking on this path, there's a lot of people, and you know, I'm feeling those jolts of anxiety and feeling the heartbeat go up and shit. But that's okay. There we go. It's been a minute since I've put out the vlog stick. But it feels good to have done so. It's always a little extra nerve-wracking too, because I mean, I don't know, I stand out even more when I have the stick out. But hard decisions now will make life easier later. That I know, that I believe, that I trust, that I have faith in. But anyways, with that video that blew up, you know, in my conscience, I was like excited. I was very happy and proud of myself, but I also felt a little conflicted, because around that time, especially more so than now, I had a lot of struggles with, I suppose, with feeling self-conscious about like talking, and feeling like no one wants to hear me talk, like what I say doesn't matter, people don't want to hear. And I think the most important realization I've had is that probably is the case. Most people won't want to hear just some won't like give the time of day to just some random person on the internet to see what they have to say. But there are people out there like you right there who's watching right now. You didn't think I see you? I see you. You're right there. I see you. There are people out there watching who are willing to listen and hear, and just curious what some random ass person living in China has to say. And you know, I think that's true for everyone. It's just a lot of us live in fear, and we live in doubt, and we fear we fear giving our opinion and having our say, and we feel like we don't have something valuable to offer. And that's something that, as I've been vlogging more and more, I realize I do really struggle with. Imposter syndrome, if you will. But I think vlogging, and also all the anxiety I feel as I vlog and as I, have results and, go video to video and kind of analyze what I want to do next, I've been very aware of like cognitive dissonance and feeling like uncomfortable, because there are things we believe. For example, I believe my voice matters. I believe my perspective matters. I believe there are people out there who want to listen and who are willing to listen. And I believe my perspective is important, and it can change the world, and my videos can change the world and make an impact and influence people. And it's very hard to hold these beliefs sometimes. And I think a lot of us struggle with holding these type of beliefs. And so that creates cognitive dissonance, that creates discomfort, because we want to believe these certain things. For other people, we believe it. If we see other people, we're like, oh yeah, like they're famous, like they're interesting, they're funny, they're this or that. Any YouTubers you watch, I mean, all we see is their success, their outcome. We don't see all the trials and tribulations. All we see is the outcome. We don't see the trials and the tribulations and all the mistakes. And a lot of these people, like even Mr. Beast, I remember seeing an interview where he talks about like unlisting and deleting all his videos from like way back. And yeah, we just have such an unrealistic expectation and perception of what actually happens. Like, how do YouTubers become successful? They don't just blow up overnight, most of them. I mean, they all start somewhere, and they probably fail a lot, make a lot of mistakes. And I think what really matters is just that you don't give up, and that you keep growing, and that you do you do yourself. And I think with that big success, I was really happy and really proud of myself, but I feel like I wasn't authentically doing me. And from a very early point for YouTube, making my YouTube channel and my videos, I set out to be honest and be authentic and to do me. And so there was this uncomfortability, this dissonance, because there were all these rules I had set out for myself, but in action I wasn't really doing them. When it came to editing, I would be worried about including too much talking, including too much of me or my thoughts or my perspective. And it was just kind of, and it's kind of something that's easier said than done. I knew intellectually that it's what I wanted to do, but when I tried to align my beliefs with my behaviors, it was very tough, and I felt a lot of discomfort, a lot of dissonance. And that's been quite the journey. It's been an uncomfortable journey. A lot of times it's been painful and a lot of suffering that comes with it, because at the end of the day, I mean, this is a lot of suppressed emotions and stuff that I've deep down in a level that I'm less conscious about, that I believe, or I believed. And our identity is complicated. Our habits influence our identity influences our habits. And so identity wise, I was like, yeah, I want to be a YouTuber that's honest, that's authentic, but my habits weren't really there. I was not being like authentic and honest and respectful to myself. I was focusing more on the places rather than me, and which is something I do want to do, but in order to really be connected and in sync with the places outside of me, I need to be in a good place personally. And I believe that the more internally I'm healthy and aligned, the better my videos will be, and the more connected I am with the external and the places I go. And it's already proven to be true. I mean, um, just in the past week, I felt extremely content, really good. And but that's following a lot of like days and moments and hours where I'm feeling really shit, and I'm like processing, I'm meditating or listening to sad music and crying it out and stuff like that. And yeah, like you don't see any of that. And you know, there's always like the aspect of privacy and taking time and space to yourself to process shit. I do agree with that and value that. But yeah, I mean, I guess part of it, I'm trying to do my best to be honest about the journey, and that's what this is now. Like, I'm not perfect, far from it. I'm not an amazing vlogger, I don't think. I'm not like a crazy cool like travel vlogger, travel YouTuber. I'm not going to these insane places. There are very cool places I do want to go, but the thing is, like, it's the law of diminishing returns. Like, going to places all the time, I mean, I've done it. I've been traveling for like a year now, and you get tired, you get drained, you get burnt out, and you lose your appreciation for the little things, and you start to feel really shitty because you're like going to these really cool, amazing places that most people would die to go to, and you're like, oh, whatever. I mean, it's whatever. Like, it's not that cool. And you just kind of feel shitty. You feel shamed. You feel like you should be more appreciative of these amazing places. And so, with that experience, I've been trying to focus more on being simple, doing things that are free, that aren't super overstimulating, because I know that it won't make me happy, and I'll just get desensitized to it. And so I'm trying to focus on, I guess for now I'm trying to focus on myself, because as I focus on myself, it's going to be, and it's already proven to be, a lot easier to connect with people and to talk with people, and just for all these cool situations to come up. And I think I'm finally reaching a point where like a lot of my beliefs are starting to align with what I do and what I do in practice. And that feels really good. I feel cognitive resonance now. After many months, many years of cognitive dissonance. And so I think I'm on the right path. I've made a lot of progress, and I'm going to continue to make so much progress. But that doesn't mean I can't show the journey along the way. And so I want to keep posting videos like this, keep being raw, keep being authentic, keep being honest and vulnerable. And it might not be the most popular, it might not get the most views, subscribers, watch time, all that stuff, all those metrics that don't really actually show how much you're resonating with people and how much of an impact you're making. Someone could view it for like a second, but YouTube counts as a view. Someone could view the whole video for 20 minutes, and that's also one view. There's watch time, but people can also leave it just running on accident, and other people might be super engaged, and maybe they cry or they get emotional, or they have this great realization. You never really know, it's just metrics. So I think this video will probably get very few views, and that is okay. That is the central thesis and thought I had when I wanted to talk about all this. I think it's becoming more and more competitive to get views and to get people's attention, and I don't really want to play into that. I think the world could benefit from going back to a more raw and realistic sense of what life is like and what expectations to have about the world, especially when you're traveling and meeting people and all this stuff. So a lot of exciting things to come, I think, but I want to be excited by the unexciting, and that won't happen by me going to crazy places every day of the week, and I know that from experience. And while it might mean more content for uploading to YouTube, it's unsustainable for me, and if it's unsustainable for me, then what's the point in doing it? This channel is my channel and is meant to be a reflection of what I value and what I think is important and what I want the world to see. So, yeah. With that, I will enjoy this beautiful scenery here in Qingdao. And I hope to show you guys around a little later and show you the beauty of the city, which is something I need to find for myself too, because the past times I've come here I haven't really explored too much, and I've been very anxious and worried and just, I don't know, withdrawn, dejected. But I feel a lot more confident, feel a lot more comfortable, more connected with the people around me, and yeah, all is well. Hard decisions now will lead to an easy life later. I was scared to pull out the vlog stick, but I'm glad I did. This is a success by all definitions in my book. It might not reflect that on YouTube, and maybe it will someday, but you never know, you know? That's the other thing. You see these immediate analytics and data, but it could be that in a year this fucking blows up to kingdom come. You never really know. That would be wild. But the thing is, if you chase it, it probably won't happen. So I'm trying to just focus on me, being honest, being authentic, and doing me. Going to the places I want to see and that interest me, and the rest will fall in place. I can't control the outcome, only my input. Only my input into the universe. So with that, I will actually stop talking and enjoy this area. Thanks for watching, and take care.